Hello, everyone, and welcome to the June 2022 episode of the NBA's Smash Hit video program, All Around Newtown. I'll be your host today, Matt Peters, and today on All Around Newtown, we're going to learn about the Newtown Business Association's Emerging Leaders Committee. It's an exciting, newer group that's been around since 2019, and it's comprised of a lot of Newtown Business Association members who are under 40, or I should say under 45, or just newer to business. But you'll get to learn more about them soon and what they're about and what they do. But first, let's go over a few quick NBA member announcements. All right, so for our first NBA member announcement, we have, it looks like, let's see here, we have the upcoming breakfast meeting. The upcoming NBA breakfast meeting will be taking place on Thursday, June 23rd from 7:30 until 9 a.m. The venue for that will be at Roberts Ridge Park, and that will be a BYOC event, meaning bring your own chair. The sponsor for that event will be SCORE of Bucks County, and the speaker will be Barry Fleck of the Newtown Historic Association, and he'll be giving us an update on the Newtown Historic Association. So you want to make sure you RSVP for that on the NBA's website. A few days after that, actually, the iconic Street Fair with Flair Welcome Day will be returning to Newtown. That's right. The iconic street fair is back on Sunday, June 26th from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. on Sycamore Street. And the NBA is still in need of volunteers for the day of. So you could send the NBA a message on Facebook if you're watching this on Facebook or on Instagram. Or if you're watching this anywhere else, you could send an email to info@newtownba.org if you'd like to sign up to be a volunteer to help with the NBA Newtown Welcome Day on Sunday, June 26th from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. And to the greater community at large, this is an event that usually gets thousands of people out. It's been a couple of years since we've been able to have one of these Welcome Day events because of COVID, mainly for the last couple of years, and just to play it safe and getting thousands of people in it was just not the decision to have the Welcome Day for the last 2 years. But now here in 2022, we're happy to say that it's returned, and you should return to it. It's a free event. You could bring your kids if you have a family. It's a great family event. There's a lot of vendors, a lot of crafters. There's a lot of local businesses that you could come out and support. There's food, there's entertainment, there's bands. There's going to be, games as well. All kinds of fun stuff for you to check out. And that is one of the NBA's signature events that they put on every single year. Then after that, enough about Welcome Day, although you will hear more about it soon, and hopefully you'll stop out. But coming up also after that, we have the next Emerging Leaders Workshop. That will take place that'll be on July 7th, Thursday, July 7th, from 5 until 6 p.m. That'll take place at the Keller Williams Newtown office on Terry Drive. And the speaker for that will be Chad Gordon of the Gannon Insurance Agency. And Chad will be going over the top 3 emerging risks in the insurance market today. So whether you're a new business owner, whether you are just a business person, you're an employee, you work somewhere, you still need to know what kind of risks are out there in the insurance market, what kind of coverages you may need, and what's the best way to protect yourself, your assets, your business, your car, your home, your apartment, whatever you need to protect, your data even online. A lot of great stuff. You can RSVP for that on the NBA's website as well, newtownba.org. And those Emerging Leaders Workshops are free to attend. You could be an NBA member, you could be a community member, you could be a Bucks County Community College or Council Rock Business School or DECA student, and stop on out to one of our Emerging Leaders events, and we encourage you to stop out. They're great for learning, for professional development, but also for networking, for having fun, and for meeting like-minded individuals from your own kind of age range and from this greater Newtown area. So those are the Emerging Leaders Workshops, and you'll be hearing more about them soon when we hear from our Emerging Leaders event coordinators and committee members. But continuing on here with the announcements, we have the June business card exchange. I'm sorry, the July business card exchange. My apologies. On Wednesday, July 13th from 5 until 7 p.m. And the host and sponsor of that will be Fred Beans in Newtown on Sycamore Street. So once again, register on the NBA's website, newtownba.org, to get your reminders for that and to make sure that you can show up and attend and get to meet lots of local business people. And those are also free if you're an NBA member. You can also attend for free if you're a guest. And the last reminder we have here is a save the date reminder. Any classic or antique car folks out there watching this, you are in luck. The NBA's annual car show is coming up on August 28th. If you'd like to register your car to be a part of it, you can do so. Just go to the NBA's website, newtownba.org, and the entries are only $15 per vehicle. So if you have a classic car, if you have an antique car, or just maybe a project car you've been working on and you want to show that off, sign up. We'd love to see you out there. And the more cars that we have out, the better of an event it will be. And if you know of someone who has a car, I urge you to tell them about the NBA's annual car show coming up on August 28th. And lastly, we will just remind you, as we do always, you could sign up for text reminders by texting the phrase NBA to 1-844-574-6291. 1-844-574-6291. That's the phrase NBA. You text it right over to that number. You'll get NBA updates and announcements. You'll get reminders for events and other fun discount and savings opportunities. You need to sign up for those text alerts. And without any further ado, all those announcements are done. Let's hear from the NBA's Emerging Leaders Group to give you a little bit of history. Why the Emerging Leaders is something that's so special for me is I've been a member of the Emerging Leaders Committee since 2019. Originally started a little bit after the original founders, are now President Dave Marcola, Vice President Dan Petty, and a couple of the NBA board members, Denise Alexander and Kelsey Jordan, actually were some of the founding members and those who started it. And I joined in I think it was, like I said, 2019, late 2019, volunteered at the, I think it was the Business Expo, actually. And then from there, I started attending the committee meetings. There's, regular, usually they're monthly short, Zoom meetings, or, back then we were doing them in person, but lately we've been doing them on Zoom, and it's a lot more convenient. And we get together once a month. We'll have our planning committee meetings where we'll kind of give everyone updates on our progress of projects that we're working on throughout the year, because we're working on a lot of stuff. We do monthly events. We do the workshops that you hear about. You hear me announce them every single time we do an all around Newtown episode. First Thursday of each month, usually starting at 5 p.m. They're free networking and professional development workshops that you could stop out to if you're an NBA member. If you've never been to one of those Emerging Leaders workshops, you have to show up. If you would feel out of place coming to an Emerging Leaders thing, if you think it's more of a young professionals type thing, then send some younger employees from your business. Send that new intern that you just hired and encourage them to come out and make connections with the other business people in the Newtown area. And maybe they'll develop some relationships and some friendships, and they'll meet potential referral partners for their business, or they'll meet friends, or they'll just meet colleagues that they can speak with and that they can network with. And that's a very helpful thing, especially anymore. And with the last couple of years kind of starving everyone from in-person actual peer-to-peer connection, these workshops are awesome for that. We've had a lot of fun topics. We've had a lot of more, straight-laced topics. We've had things about branding and how to kind of craft your personal brand. We had that last month with Dave Marcola, who's our NBA president, and also from Keller Williams in Newtown. We had one the month before that where we heard from the Newtown Rotary Next Gen Club, which I'm also a member of, and we got them into the Emerging Leaders meeting time. We had them give a nice presentation on the history of Rotary International and the history of Newtown Rotary, and more specifically, the history of the Next Gen Rotary group. And before that, we had things about how to sell on LinkedIn, how to build a lead flow on LinkedIn. We've had ones about improv and charting your life path and setting goals and keeping yourself accountable to specific life goals as well, and all kinds of other stuff. We did one where we made TikTok videos and Instagram reels at the Bucks County Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired, and we actually got to make them a couple of cool reels that they could use to advertise their thrift shop. And the cool thing is that thrift shop is one of the main ways that they raise money for their services that they provide to the blind and visually impaired. So we get to have fun. we get to learn stuff, how to make a TikTok and a reel, which is something that, anyone can benefit from, whether it's for fun or for business. And you also get to do something good and give back to your community and support another business or a nonprofit or a community organization. And right around the time when you're viewing this video too, we'll have actually completed one of our service projects that we're working on this year. One of the things that we tracked down over the last year or so were these cases of sanitizing wipes. Not the ones for surfaces, but ones for your hands. And we got about 20. We ended up dropping off 20 cases to Gloria Day in Newtown. And in those 20 cases, there was, a bunch of little packs, and in each little pack, there's 50 wipes. And all those wipes, we were able to gift them for free from the Emerging Leaders Committee, from the Newtown Business Association Emerging Leaders Committee, and do something nice to give back to Newtown and to help the residents of Gloria Day and the staff of Gloria Day. And that's just, we're just getting started with this stuff here. We're having our fun events. We're building a nice community of young professionals. We're giving back to our community in many, many ways. And soon you're actually going to hear about some fun stuff that we have planned for later this year. And before we get to that, I want to just go over some other fun stuff that we did over the last couple of years. We did a virtual scavenger hunt back in 2020. It was called Surf and NBA. I don't know if any of you remember that, but figure I'll bring up some of the greatest hits there. We had a virtual business expo that we did for 2 years. Props to Kelsey Jordan of KGD Films for really leading that event and putting that whole thing together and being an awesome architect and quarterback or whatever you want to call it. Kelsey, you were amazing on that for 2 years in a row. And as well, Dan Petty and Denise Alexander as well, who were our chairs for 2 years as well of our Emerging Leaders Committee. Thank you for helping us kind of get all this framework up and running. We had networking events going, we had lunch and learns, and then things had to change because of COVID. And we did a pivot and we made stuff happen. We did video programs. That's why All Around Newtown exists today, is because it started in the Emerging Leaders Committee as something called Coaches on Couches with Coffee. Now I gave it a nice little shot in the arm, and now you're watching All Around Newtown today. So just an amazing thing about, what kind of things I think we are, in a way, the Emerging Leaders Group is kind of leading by example to show the NBA, obviously, the greater Newtown community in general, but whoever's watching the world, theoretically, that there are a lot of things that you could do if you put your mind to it, if you gather the right people, if you can work collaboratively with them, and if you can, set a goal and work towards it and execute that goal. And it's been awesome to be a part of a group like this for the last couple of years, especially with all the, let's just simply call it, negative stuff in the world today. So it was really awesome to be part of a, fulfilling team like that. And, we've had some people that have come and gone for a short time. Some people that have been more long haulers like myself. For the short timers, we wish to have you back someday, and we'd appreciate having the help on all this. And the, bigger group we have, the more things we can accomplish and the more things we can do. But you've served a purpose to help our group. So there's a really long list of a lot of people I'd like to thank, and to be respectful of your time and to make sure I don't miss anyone or mess anyone's name up. I just want to thank everyone who's ever been a part of the Emerging Leaders Committee, and then especially thank the next few guys that we're going to hear from. They are some of our planning committee members. So right now we have our planning committee that kind of puts all these events together. We meet once a month. It's the first Tuesday at 9 a.m. on Zoom. Drop a comment in the comment section if you'd like to join in on one of our Zoom meetings, or if you'd like to be a part of our planning committee. So first, let's hear from Jim, and let's hear what he has to say about our Emerging Leaders Group. Take it away, Jim.
Hey guys, my name's James. I'm with Edge Insurance Agency, and I'm the coordinator for the Emerging Leaders Committee in the NBA. We're out here on Sycamore Street. We just got finished hanging up all these banners for Welcome Day, coming up soon, so make sure to get out and enjoy that. But being a part of Emerging Leaders, we love to get out into the community. We love to help with things like this that some of the other members, either they're not able to do, or they don't have the time. We have the time, we have the determination to get out here and take care of anything that needs to be done. And actually, being a part of Emerging Leaders, you get to come out and do fun things like this and network with younger people that are getting into their industries. So you can network, you can do something great for your community, and I mean, I tell you, even the people who've been here forever, they love things like that. They want to see younger people getting into industry, getting out into their community, and taking care of things that need to be done, you know? As for myself, being a coordinator in Emerging Leaders, I've been able to meet boundless people, different industries that could help my own business as an insurance agent, but also I've been able to make friends and network with people who I truly find interesting, and honestly, they'll be friends with me for life. In my early days of joining the MBA, I immediately became involved by going to one of my first networking events with the Emerging Leaders. So I showed up, there were tons of great people to network with, and I immediately knew that I wanted to become a major part of this. So I joined becoming a coordinator, and I got to start coordinating Emerging Leaders workshops, which proved to be fantastic. And the great thing about these Emerging Leaders workshops is you get the opportunity to network with people in a similar age range to yourself that may not have the industry contact. They just don't have it yet because they're brand new. So you can fill that gap for them and then become an important part of their referral network. Shortly after joining the Emerging Leaders Committee, I decided that I wanted to stay for a long time because making these relationships has truly impacted my business in a positive way. I've been able to get leads and even new clients that I wouldn't have otherwise gotten through an easy to network with group, just because similar people in my demographic, being my age, you know, my location, we're all very close in proximity. We can go to meetings together. We're able to network, get on calls, go to lunches. It's truly been a really fantastic way to network. That truly helps your referral basis, and it truly helps you be more comfortable in sharing and networking with those people. Now, what we'd like to see in our group is the same kind of people in that demographic. Either that or people who are just starting out in their industry. So you can be whatever age you want. If you're within 4 years of your industry and you need to generate those kinds of referral contacts, then this is the perfect place for you. Or if you're a younger person, say your early 20s, late 20s, early 30s, and you want to network with people who are relatively new to their industry, this is a great place for you. This is going to be a great place for you. You could be from virtually any industry. You could be from the mortgage industry, real estate, you could be a builder, any kind of contractor, painter, you name it. We'll take it just because all of our businesses touch those kinds of different industries, no matter what it is. So we're looking for people who are just starting out in their industry, or they're young and new to their industry, really anybody who's green in their industry. We're looking for you to join our group because we would love to network with you. We'd love to get you out to help hang these signs. You can become a part of all of our community days. You know, there's a smaller fee for people who join our networking group. And it becomes a valuable and fruitful thing because of the relationships that you make, because of the potential clients that you could get from the group, and because of the fun that you're going to have by joining the Emerging Leaders Committee. So we hope to see you there, and if you have any questions, you can let myself or Matt, our chairman, know, or Brent, co-coordinator. We have plenty of people who you could contact. Just look at our Facebook page. You'll see the kind of people that you want to contact in order to get affiliated with us. And we look forward to seeing you at our next event. Now, our next event is coming up July 7th. It's going to be an Emerging Leaders Workshop that's live, in person. Typically, it's at Keller Williams. Our next event, I believe, will be at Keller Williams down on Terry Drive. But you can contact any of us for information. Go to our Facebook page, like I said, that'll have the registration link. And really, even just show up if you need to, because we're looking for people just like you to join our group. I really appreciate the time that you've given me here today, and I hope to see you soon.
All right, Jim, thank you for all you're doing, and thank you for all that you continue to do for our group. I appreciate it so much. And you already heard enough from me. Let's go right over to Brent Nicholas from Keller Williams in Newtown. Take it away, Brent.
My name is Brent Nicholas with the Dave Marcola Group out of Keller Williams, Newtown. I would say I first started with the NBA because Dave, my team leader, is the president of the NBA. But after I started coming to some meetings, it was kind of a thing where I just kind of was like, okay, this could be really beneficial for my business. Being new, not having many connections, it's a way to start shaking hands, meeting people. And then I came to meet a few other people, and then I got asked if I wanted to, I wouldn't say take over, but kind of start helping on the committee for the Emerging Leaders along with Jim as well. Yeah, and it kind of just snowballed from that. It was fun starting to find the people, starting to really get what Emerging Leaders is now. just, again, keep meeting new people. That's always the name of the game, meet new people, network. In our businesses, that's how we survive, that's how we thrive. So it's always been something that has been fun for me. I've met a lot of really great friends, people that I would definitely consider friends, not just business partners anymore. And I've even been lucky enough to get a listing out of it, and was able to list someone's house from the Emerging Leaders and sold it in 3 days. So this stuff works. It can be a long game sometimes, but it's all about building a relationship, very positive. Everyone's always very friendly, welcoming, and we definitely would love to get some more young leaders out here. It doesn't have to be young leaders either. It can be people that are new in business, maybe 5-6 years, just in, even less than that, we're preferably less than that, but again, doesn't have to be like 20, 30-year-olds. It can be, again, start a new business, emerging business, just anything like that is really considered emerging, and we'd love to have you and keep building our network up and keep going these networks strong. So. And if any of that sounds interesting to you, we'd love to have you out. Again, it's going to be very beneficial for your business. It's all about relationship building, meeting new people. That's really what's going to drive the numbers in your business. And speaking of relationship building, if you come out and see us on July 7th and you see me, mention that you saw me in the video, we're going to go ahead and we'll get you a free cup of coffee from my favorite shop in Newtown, the Coffee Room. All you got to do is come out to our event, mention that you saw me, Jim, or anyone in this video, and we'll get you a free cup of coffee.
Okay. Thank you, Brent. Thank you very much. And hopefully, there will be a lot of people getting free coffee from the Coffee Room. That's a great promo idea. Nice touch there. Okay. Next, let's go to Carl Ruppel from Liberty Mutual. Take it away, Carl.
Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing really well and everyone's staying safe out there. My name is Carl Ruppel. I am a sales representative with Liberty Mutual right here in Newtown. Joined the Newtown Business Association about a year ago or so and have really enjoyed the experience so far. So just to take a quick few minutes out of my day, just to talk to you about why I joined the Emerging Leaders Group. I think what really attracted me was there was a group of young, driven individuals that were like myself, looking to grow their business and grow their influence within the local community. I'd say there's a really great group of people in there now, and as we continue to grow, we'll keep getting more people like that want to give back to the Newtown community and continue growing their business in their young professional setting. Another thing that I'd say has really benefited me so far is just being around other successful individuals or people that are starting off fresh in their careers. I know when I first started, it could be a little intimidating seeing people that have been in their businesses for 30, 40 years, really know what they're doing. And, I come in and I'm like, oh, I've been doing insurance for a couple of years now, but don't have the experience level as yourself. So it's really great being around other people that are in the same experience level with you and want to grow with you as well. I'd say I would really love to see more people in certain financial industries in the Emerging Leaders group. So anybody that's in the mortgage industry, anybody that is in real estate, anybody that is a financial advisor, accountant, anybody in any of those financial sounding businesses. Would be great to have more of you guys in the Emerging Leaders Group. Really encourage you guys to come out to a couple of our events, as we do have a really great solid group of people now, and it just continues to grow. Thanks everybody. Hope you guys have a wonderful day.
All right. Thank you, Carl. Okay. So, and now finally, let's go to Jay Falconio from Remco Insurance. He's one of the newer members of our committee, and he's been a huge help along with Carl, who we just heard from earlier. And both of those guys are helping us put on the event that I'll tell you about in 1 second. Letting this anticipation build. Let's hear from Jay. Come on.
What's going on, guys? Jay Falconio from Remco Insurance here, your commercial insurance broker. We are based out of Southampton, Pennsylvania. We specialize in business owners policies. And my interest to the Emerging Leaders had to do with the fact that I didn't come from the insurance background. I actually came from hospitality. And getting into insurance, I wanted to meet some of the local community members, business owners, and entrepreneurs themselves to understand what they did to catalyze their business. Newtown is a fantastic area and location. If I'm not there on the weekends, now I'm there during the week, exchanging business cards, having breakfast with business owners, and meeting awesome people. I would highly suggest joining the Newtown Business Association. Out of the many chambers and associations in our area, I have seen the greatest yield and return on investment from the Newtown Business Association, Not to mention, I met some awesome business owners, and now I'm proud to call those business owners friends. I would like to see more business owners, specifically restaurants, contractors, painters, maybe some of your tradesmen in there at the association events. And I highly suggest, if you just joined the association, get involved in a committee like the Emerging Leaders or the Marketing Committee. I definitely feel like we are trending in the right direction as an association, and with your help, we can absolutely become better. Again, Jay Falconio, Remco Insurance Services, commercial insurance, business insurance, health, and life insurance. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you, Jay. Thank you guys for all that you're doing to help and for everything that you do to make our committee what it is. It wouldn't be what it is if it were not for each and every one of you and your contributions and your professionalism and your personalities and your creativity, your ability to be a doer, I guess is a simple way to put it. And with this awesome team that we've put together, we've been doing the workshops monthly. We've been doing the all around Newtown videos monthly. We've been doing some social media stuff. We've been volunteering, helping, setting up with Welcome Day. And one of the things that we are working on doing for the fourth quarter this year is to put on a signature event for the emerging leaders. And it's going to be a event like you've never seen before from the Emerging Leaders Group. So like I said, that'll be coming in the fourth quarter of this year. Stay tuned to the Newtown Business Association's social media pages, their Facebook, their website, their email newsletter. Get the text alert so you can hear about all the stuff the emerging leaders are doing. And if you want to be a part of this, and if you want to take